what's up? Lighting is probably not the greatest in this angle because I have a fluorescent lamp light thing over here, and also it's a very gloomy day, so any light coming from the window is not the greatest. I'm getting ready for the day and thought I would just pop in and just talk to the camera, which I told myself that I was gonna do more for this trip, but clearly did not work out, and especially talking in public too did not work out. So I will catch you guys up with the trip so far, and just how things are going. Well, first off, today I am going to Team Lab Borderless. So I made the mistake, well, not the mistake, but I went to Team Lab Planet yesterday thinking that it was Team Lab Borderless. So the difference is that Team Lab Planet is smaller and there's water involved, but then the Borderless is way bigger. You get to keep your shoes on. So I am hurrying up, trying to do my makeup and head out there because obviously, like any big exhibit and whatnot, the earlier you get there, the better. It's day 6. Is it day 6? I think it's day 6 of being in Tokyo. I have 2 more days left before I head home. And it's been something. I think it's really been a vacation mode, and definitely one for the books, because I've always said that, oh, I really want to go travel by myself, and that like, oh, Tokyo would be like the best place to do so, because a lot of the things like you can honestly do by yourself. And honestly, I didn't feel awkward. So I watched a lot of solo traveling vlogs and videos before I went on this trip, and a lot of common things that people were saying was that they felt weird or just felt awkward just going to like eat by themselves, or I don't know, just like doing some stuff on their own. And I didn't find eating by myself the weird thing. Actually, it was just normal. Like, I feel also the culture in Japan of eating by yourself is just a really regular thing. One interesting thing I do find is that a lot of the places I've been to so far are you like prepay before you eat, like a lot of like vending machine ramen places, or even like, what else did I go to? Just like places like that, or even like after you order, they'll bring you your bill, and like whenever you're done, you just bring that bill up to the cashier. And for me, it's interesting in a sense that when you're traveling by yourself, like after you eat, you don't really have to wait on anyone to finish. And also in Japan, like you don't tip the servers, and you don't need to necessarily like interact with like a waiter or waitress and like waiting for them to get your bill and stuff. Like especially for the prepaid places, like after I eat, I just grab my stuff and I walk out. Like it's literally like after I take my bite, drink some water, I can just grab my stuff and walk out, which is really interesting. Transportation wise, it's honestly not that bad. Where I'm staying at in Asakasa, it's in the middle of a lot of stuff, so it makes it convenient and easy to get around. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, I really recommend getting Google Maps, because that app itself just tells you, like, which train to go, which stops, and stuff like that. And I feel like everything is well organized, and you just have to follow the sign on where to exit. And so honestly, you either go up or you go down the number for the rail line. So it's like, if I'm going to Shibuya and I take, like, if my stop in Asakasa is like stop 17, and Shibuya is like stop 1, obviously you're gonna go down that number, so you just need to follow the signs. And I feel like a lot of people make the subway system in Tokyo to be really confusing and like scare people off, but like it's honestly not that bad. Like I haven't had any issues with trying to find where places are. But on a deeper level, I think honestly after day 1 or 2, I was feeling lonely, honestly, on this trip. I was like, why did I decide to come for so long? Like 8 to 9 days. I was like, man, like I just want to go home. Like yes, Japan is a great place to come and like for vacation, but I think for those who end up staying long term, they can feel like very lonely, and I can understand why, even though I'm only here for like a short period of time. Like it's just so easy to just plug in your headphones and go about your day, and even just like going to restaurants, you don't really interact with the servers, you know. And I think I was just like being deprived of like human interactions, like actual like conversations, and that like FaceTiming my mom and FaceTiming Richie, I was like on it. But then I think I was just like really deprived, and it just made me think of like, is this what isolation is about? Like, cause like, man, this like really sucks if it is like this. And I was just like, man, mad props to those who are able to pack up everything and move across the country or to another country without knowing anyone. You really have to make the effort and put yourself out there to like meet people. And I was like thinking back, like in high school, like I really wanted to work overseas, and like Japan was like a place that I wanted to be in. I was just like, man, am I really able to do that, you know? Saturday, which is like day 3, 4, I went to church at night, and it's a church that a friend recommended, and I had human interactions. Oh my goodness. But it was crazy because it was from a different perspective. It was a smaller church, and the sermons was in English and Japanese, and to be able to like, even though I don't understand Japanese, but to be able to hear the sermon in Japanese was really something. I totally bought this ticket. Well, first off, the ticket was really cheap to come to Japan, the round trip. And I also bought it with the hopes that my friends or people could come with me, but no one could. So I was like, okay, I had like a very optimistic mindset of going by myself. Also, I was like, why did I choose to stay so late here when like it was the same price to go home on Wednesday than Thursday? And I was like, oh, I'll squeeze in an extra day, it'll be fine. But now I'm just like regretting that decision. But yeah, it's been one heck of a journey, and I think some things I've really enjoyed so far is just finding a coffee shop and just journaling and doing my own thing, doing devotions. And yeah, so far the neighborhood that I do like the most is the Nakameguro area, which is a little bit past Shibuya, like a little south and past Shibuya. That place is really nice, and I really like the boutiques and some of the vintage shops, but they're expensive. Not only that, but thrift shopping or buying used clothes in Tokyo is expensive. And like part of me is like, it's not even worth like trying to thrift in Tokyo, because a lot of these brands like are from the US. Like I found UW's like long sleeve for $10. Well, that's not bad, for $10 there. And I also found like a Nordstrom like suit, and I was like, yeah, okay, but I'm not gonna go thrifting in Tokyo. Oh, another thing that I also realized was I came to Japan like 6 years ago, and like my style has changed substantially. 2013 Miranda would have jumped onto a lot of the clothing stores in Japan and like really lived for it, like the obnoxious graphics or just like some stuff. But now I can't really like find much clothes that I would want to buy here. except for like Uniqlo, but we have Uniqlo in Seattle now, so there's really no reason for me to buy stuff here, and the prices are honestly the same, so there's no difference. Besides my style change, I feel like just my mentality has changed. I think since this is my second time visiting Tokyo, yeah, just like taking it really easy. Yeah, I think some people think I'm crazy for being here for so long, but I think also when we're traveling to a city, there's a big mentality of like we're on constant go explore mode instead of really relaxing and having the same mentality as if we were like in a tropical area like Hawaii or Bali and stuff like that. I think there's just a conception of when you're in a city, you must see and explore every nook and cranny instead of just taking it easy and just like it's okay to go back to the hotel midday and just chill, you know? I've been watching a lot of Friends. I'm not even gonna deny it. And it's great, and I think it's been a well-needed vacation, but honestly at the same time I am ready to go back to work and actually do stuff. That's just my little spiel, and I just finished my makeup and I'm about to head out to go to Team Lab Borderless soon, so I'm gonna clean up and get ready to go. Okay, bye. Last day, heading home today. So yeah, I have to check out of my hotel by 11. So just kind of taking the day slow, just packing my stuff. Room's a mess. This is the impressive part. So this check-in bag, it was literally 3/4 empty. Now, this whole half side that was fully empty is now completely packed, and that section is gonna be completely packed. I'm gonna put it in my skincare bag, but that's the impressive stuff, and that's why a lot of people always bring an empty suitcase when they come to Asia, because you just end up buying a lot of stuff. Well, the thing is that a lot of these aren't even for me. They're just souvenirs or just like sweets and stuff like that. So yep, that is the situation. So thought I would just do a little sit down here, just recapping my experience at the end of this trip. It's been really quite an experience to be here 8 to 9 days on my own. And it definitely made me realize how much of a homebody I am. I think that's the thing. And I think really this trip allowed me to really just enjoy it and live life as a local. And that was like a goal of mine coming here, was just because I've been here before, like I said, and just I was constantly on the go doing all the touristy stuff, but now it's like, okay, like taking it easy and just really living life as a local and just not be in any rush. And I have no other person to be accountable for, and like having to make sure that they are pleased or doing what they want to do. But I think it's just really living by what I want to do. I think definitely I had like a whole list of stuff that I wanted to go do and see, but I think the weather was just so hot and humid that it like made me even more tired of wanting to do some things and just wanting to seek like shade or AC throughout the day. But at the same time, even though I didn't get to do all that I wanted to do or go see all the museums or the parks that I wanted to go see, I'm not disappointed or I'm not sad either way. I think I'm very much just like, okay, I'm at peace with this trip. Definitely this experience too made me realize more of the Japanese culture and how homogenous it is. I think coming from America to how outspoken we can be in like the work culture or even amongst our friend groups or even in public, just it's crazy. And on the streets, you just see everyone, basically those who work in offices, especially the men, they just wear the same attire, like no matter what company, what field and industry you're in, as long as if you're in the office building, like you have the same attire. And I think there's no differentiating aspect to it, but at the same time, like everyone is very well put together. Would I solo travel again? I don't know. I feel like if I do, it'll have to be in multiple different cities, or maybe in Europe where it would be where cities are closer to one another. But I think if I don't go solo traveling again, I would be completely fine by that. I think that's what I'm encompassing on this journey right now. Definitely I'll be vlogging some more on my journey to the airport and so forth, but honestly just gonna take it chill for the rest of the day, finish up packing, and possibly start editing this video. So yeah, bye.